The ethnic replacement of any race in any country is a horrible thing. This includes Europe and European countries. European ethnicities and their cultures are getting replaced and erased by mass immigration from other countries. But it's very important to speak out against things like ethnic replacement of people in their own regions because it is the moral thing to do.
This really pisses me off because people like to compare the eradication of indigenous people to immigration, but it's not nearly the same thing. Colonizers coming in, stripping you of their culture, killing you until you accept their culture, you accept their ways, you accept their religion, and destroying any little bits of your culture to oppress you, destroying your historical site, waging war and genocide against indigenous people if they did not fully accept their colonizers' culture. And people try and compare that to immigrants peacefully immigrating to Western countries and bringing their own culture. Nobody's forcing you to accept their culture. You do that on your own. When you go to Indian restaurants, when you go to Chinese restaurants, you are doing that on your own. You could simply not do that. You could celebrate your own culture. The fact of the matter, I don't really get this whole replacement. Yes, I understand there are more immigrants coming over, but it's not like these immigrants are going into your house, hanging up a flag of their country and saying, you now must worship my country, my traditions. You can no longer celebrate Christmas. You now have to celebrate Diwali. That just makes no sense. No immigrant is doing that. People talk about this idea of integration. So by integration, they mean by adopting British culture. So you don't really think that they're taking your culture. You just think that they should get rid of their culture and taking British culture. Okay, just say that, but don't act like they're eradicating the native people. People have been telling me that immigrants are getting rid of native people. I don't know why people start acting like immigrants come to the West and start shooting up people. No, there's nothing of the sort. People immigrate, but only really to big cities. And I feel like this is something I have to put emphasis on. The reason that such big cities have such multiculturalism is because most immigrants move to bigger cities where there are job opportunities, because people usually immigrate for job opportunities. You'll never go to a random town in the UK, like a random small town, and find lots and lots of immigrant culture. That just won't exist. Yeah, maybe you'll find a few people of color, but don't try and act like it's completely brown and black people. Apart from major cities, it is literally majority white people. And people coming over and bringing their culture and creating a great fusion of multiculturalism that you benefit of doesn't mean that you can't celebrate your culture anymore. I think if immigrants do come to the UK, obviously they should learn English, they should adopt to British values, but they can still have their own culture that you are not forced. You are not forced to partake in their culture. And the fact that people try and equate it is so disheartening because you just know that they've never studied history. Because if you really see how colonizers destroy indigenous culture, you would never dare to try and equate it. One last thing, other cultures and other religions existing around you doesn't mean that they're forcing you to partake. Just because you witness their culture and their celebrations doesn't mean that it's being forced upon you. Yes, you may see other people celebrating other holidays. Yes, you may see it more often. That doesn't mean that you are forced, you are grabbed by the hands and you are forced to partake in that holiday.